Okay, let's discuss the universal energies affecting us this new moon, November 15th, which peaks at 4:44 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or EST. At 4:44, let's start with the significance of that, the angel number 444. The energy of the number 4 itself resonates with the vibrations of the archangels. Angel number 444 asks us, or asks all of us, to pay attention to our intuition, as our connection with the angelic realm is very strong at this time. It is a message that the archangels are guiding us within the energies of this full moon. They are offering us positive energy, inner strength, and support to enable us to get the work done that we need to at this time. We are encouraged to continue to listen for inspiration to clearly achieve the success and results that we all desire during this full moon. Use this strong connection with the angelic realm to your benefit and be open to their promptings and messages. Listen to your intuition or your gut instinct and follow its guidance. When you take constructive actions towards positive intentions, the universe will work in your favor and help you to establish solid foundations to help you along your way. Archangels are particularly interested in helping you this full moon. All you need to do is ask. Oh, that's a lovely message. Okay, well, now let's look at what it is they want to help us with. The strongest universal forces for this full moon. Okay, so let's first recap the actual sidereal placements of the most important sidereal celestial bodies at this time. The sun is still in Libra. If you have any questions regarding this placement, remember we use the actual updated placements of celestial bodies, not the outdated approximated placements. If you have any further questions about this, please feel free to check out my Why Metaphysical Astrology video in the Metaphysical Astrology Explained playlist on this channel. Okay, the sun is still in Libra, and as you can see during the full moon, the sun this month's focus will be at the midpoint of Libra, halfway through the sign. At this point, any issues you have been dealing with in regards to Libra focuses should start to manifest as the sun completes the second house of Libra in the next 2 weeks. Libra issues are issues regarding fairness, justice, bringing things back into balance within all forms of one-on-one relationships. This would be further colored in this area of the house Libra is placed in your natal chart. If you do not have a sidereal based natal chart yet, and if you are following my channel, I can certainly make time to send you one for free. Just send me a quick email and I'll put that email, I'll list that below for you. Okay. It's also in the about section of this channel. All right. The main area of focus of the full moon energies fall within the house, right? So all of my charts on this channel are created for Eastern Standard Time, EST. So here the area of focus for those in the EST time zone would be the seventh house of one-on-one partnerships. If you are outside of the EST time zone, think of it as the New York City time. It is easy to adjust the chart interpretation for your own needs. To make any chart reading useful, it is very important that the chart interpretation is as accurate as possible. Thus, the house placements are very important. The house placements change depending on the time zone you are in. If you are not within the New York City Eastern Standard time zone, simply adjust the house placement to your time zone. You can do this by simply turning the house dial one house for every 2 hours of difference that your time zone is from the Eastern Standard or the New York City time. So you turn the house dial counterclockwise if your daily sunrise is before New York City, and clockwise if your local sunrise is after New York City's. Okay, onward. Let us see the planets by sign, constellation, and placement first, which is the same for everyone. Here we see the sun, right? Still in the center of Libra, as we already discussed, putting our focus on the balancing of one-on-one relationships. Mercury's energy is mixing with the energies of Scorpio and of Fucus. Venus, the sun's ruler at this time, and Ceres's forces are mixing with Sagittarius. Pluto is between Sag and Capricorn, influenced by the end of Sag and the beginning of Capricorn, making us start to tear down structures that no longer serve us, to build new structures built on new perspectives we learned while Pluto transited through Sagittarius these past years. Saturn mixes with Aquarius, again leading us to build new structures in our lives built on inspired visions and ideas. Neptune is still very much at home in Pisces, helping more people connect to and understand how to work with divine energies to help us all co-create at this time. Eris is on the equator near Pisces, bringing universal truths about the effects of universal forces into our awareness. The full moon's ascendant is in Aries. Again, just for your time zone, if you are not currently in the the EST time zone. This is asking us to act at this time while ensuring our motivations are of the highest order to ensure the results of our actions are most fulfilling and long lasting. The moon and Uranus are in the first house of the EST time zone. Both planets have recently left Aries and are now influencing the energies of early Taurus. Jupiter is still mixing with Taurus and Orion's energy, expanding our understanding of what is necessary to value, to desire, to pursue, to help us not only survive, but have pleasurable lives for the long term. Mars mixes with Cancer. I'll discuss this at length later. And Fortuna is here in Virgo. Again, adjust for your time zone. I'll discuss this in a moment as well. Now let's turn to the aspects to understand what the interplay of these forces is driving us to do at this time. The more we understand how to flow with the dominant forces, the more peaceful and productive our lives become. Okay, so we have the sun here in Libra, right? So that's the sun in Libra in the 7th house for the EST time zone. And we have an Aries moon with Uranus in the 1st house. So this opposition, okay, will challenge us all to harmonize the issues regarding this month's focus on fairness, justice, bringing things back into balance in all types of one-on-one relationships within our lives. We have to harmonize this with our personal need to deal with our emotions and what has been inspiring us to value emotionally and materially at this time. This could be further defined by your own feelings of victimhood, past or present, or your partner's, and whether or not we can turn those feelings into a more constructive change in what we value. Okay. Fortuna is in an exact conjunction with the descendant for those in the EST time zone. Otherwise, again, just as we previously outlined. If you are able to harmonize any personal feelings of victimhood with ensuring you are, while also ensuring you are behaving fairly within your partnerships, this is what will bring you the most blessings at this full moon and the next 2 weeks. This would go a long way in rejuvenating relationships in which you or your partner have been feeling that there has been an imbalance in the amount of effort one of you has been putting into the partnership in an effort to make the relationship work. Remember, this can reference any form of one-on-one relationship, not just intimate relationships. Intimate relationships are the realm of the 8th house. This could be a marriage or a relationship with a coworker or a relationship with your lawyer or your doctor or one neighbor or a student teacher relationship or a boss employee. You get the picture. Okay. All right. Mars square Astrea is an even tighter aspect. So we need to look at that at this time. Okay. This square right here. All right. So Mars square Astrea is it's tighter than the full moon, actually, the opposition between the full moon and the sun. So Mars in Cancer in the third house, square to Astrea in with Haumea and Juno nearby in Virgo, near the descendant with Fortuna, is giving us a challenge, an opportunity to rise up and master this energy to reap the benefits. The challenge is to act by shedding our protective emotional shell. Actually, I did a video explaining Cancer energy yesterday. It's a quick 10-minute video. You might want to take a peek. Anyway, the challenge is to act by shedding our protective emotional shell in regards to communication issues that have been plaguing this one-on-one relationship. And it might be concerning more than one-on-one relationship this month. It depends on the person. Okay. So whichever relationship is in question. And I think I also recently did a video explaining the third house energy as well. So the Gemini and Mercury energy. Okay. Communication issues that need to be perfected to rebalance, rejuvenate this currently unhealthy relationship. Astrea is showing this is specifically what the divine wants to help us with at this time, which harkens back to the archangel energy we spoke about earlier. All right. Okay. Mercury is combined Scorpion, Ophiuchian energy in the eighth house is in an almost exact sextile, all right, is almost in an exact sextile to the full moon's vertex in Virgo in the sixth. Again, you need to adjust the house dial if needed. This shows us that the partnership worth improving, worth fighting for, the universe is now asking and supporting us to open up and tell the other person our deepest fears, our deepest dreams, our deepest values, and what we are still completely unsure of at this point in our lives. Of course, a deep and honest discussion with your spouse would be very different than one you would have with your boss. So please adjust accordingly. All right? Yes, we don't want anyone getting into trouble with their boss. Okay. Okay, on to harsh aspects that might be hindering our ability to do this. All right. So, what do we see here? Okay, so we see a plow. All right, we see a plow here. Okay, which is highlighting the issue in Mars, in Cancer, in the third that we just spoke about. And this is being created from an unresolved, if it is unresolved, opposition between Dejanira, right here, okay, in Aries, in the 12th, near the ascendant. The person who feels taken advantage of in the relationship in question and is bringing their mental anguish to the fore at this time. This energy is opposing Astrea, Haumea, Juno in Virgo in the sixth, right? So you see this opposition? If this is unresolved, if you're not able to balance that, that will basically plow this energy of Mars in Cancer in the third. It'll plow it under. It will block it. All right. Yeah, understand the idea of a plow? All right. So the thing to do is you need to balance this opposition if you're having blockages here to make this work. So this is exactly where the divine forces are asking you to work to repair this issue now. So know that when the sun is in Libra, this is the best time of the year to recalibrate any one-on-one relationships. The universe is actually pushing and supporting us to do this at this time. It is the most supporting time to accomplish this all year. So don't let this opportunity pass you. right? Because it will affect your relationship, these one-on-one relationships for the rest of the year. There is now also, okay, so there is a plow that is being formed to Mercury in Sagittarian Ophiuchian energy, which is being created by Nessus here, opposing Orcus. So Nessus and Uranus in the 11th, opposing Orcus in Leo in the 5th. Okay, so this opposition is plowing your ability to have these deep conversations under for those who have not harmonized this yet. So if you're having problems opening up and having these deep conversations, you need to harmonize these two aspects. So, so this is showing us that you need to harmonize negative or toxic thoughts that are opposing your passion to rebuild this relationship. You need to quell the negative thoughts, know that they are your enemy, so to speak. They are keeping you from building a better tomorrow for yourself within this relationship. Okay? All right. So now let's turn to the more supportive relation aspects that you can use. Okay, so the harmonic aspects are aspects that are already supporting you. You don't have blocks. However, if you don't know what they are, you might not um, know that they are there, and you might not know how to use them. So that's what we're going to discuss. Okay, how can we use these harmonic aspects to our advantage at this time? There is one strong grand trine at this full moon. Okay, and it's going from Juno, Estrella Haumea Stellium in Virgo in the 6th to Fomalhaut energy coming through Uranus from another constellation. We'll talk about some other time. In the 10th house in to chaos. Okay, so to chaos here in the 2nd house, right? In Gemini. This shows us that the chaos in your communication, right? Your communication with the partner in question, and that one of you feels that the partnership is imbalanced, but willing to work on it. And this is all supported by Archangel Gabriel, which takes us back to the message at the beginning about the angel number 444. Which is very interesting. Okay, so the universe is supporting, this universal energy is, so the supportive energy is creating two kites, right? So, and this shows us where this supportive energy can manifest if we focus on that. Okay. So, but as long as we are using these energies to given to us for their highest purpose. Let's just say that first. Okay. So the strongest kite is here. It's points right back to the Ixion Venus conjunction in Sagittarius in the 8th, telling us this trine can help us to create a better partnership by having those hard conversations, right? That we already spoke about, spilling our guts, so to speak, to see what each person values in terms of expanding the ways in which each can be a better guest in the life of the other. How can we be someone the other truly wants to have in their life, and vice versa, right? Then the weaker plow, let me just take off that one plow. Okay, then the weaker plow, let's see, that is going to De Janeiro in Aries in the 12th. Okay, and so this is showing us that we can also use the energy of this trine to right any deep-seated feelings of being taken advantage of or victimized in some way by our partner, and the deep psychological wounds that might have caused us, right? And it can go towards healing it. Oh, look how bad my drawing is. Sorry. All right. Again, as long as the sun is in Libra, all right, which we have 2 more weeks, right? The overarching celestial support is to help us harmonize any issues regarding fairness, justice, bringing things back into balance in all types of one-on-one relationships within our lives. It is easier to do now than any other time during the year. What you accomplish this month or now in the next 2 weeks, if done correctly as outlined, will last. Okay. Okay. Well, I think at this point, these are the major and the most important energies at this time. I think this reading was very clear. And the sun is just passing the midpoint of Libra. Our focus for the next 2 weeks is still on our one-on-one relationships. For those living in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, this Libra energy is made, well, this focus is made even stronger with the fact that it's placed in the seventh house. Again, all other time zones need to adjust the house dial accordingly. I have the house interpretations explained in my Metaphysical Astrology Explained playlist. You can check them out if you'd like. Okay. With the seventh house, the emphasis on the harmonizing of the imbalance in one or more partnerships is very strong this full moon. The area of most concern is that one, maybe both partners feel taken advantage of in some way by the other, and the chaotic destructive, unproductive communications have been the underlying cause. The good thing is that it appears you or your partner truly wants to work on rehabilitating this relationship. Remember, for you to reap the blessings, you must have deep and honest discussions to uncover your truth, their truth, and what you want the truth of this partnership to be. And don't forget, Archangel Gabriel is especially supportive this month. If you feel blocked, ask Archangel to send you insights on how to remove any blockages and any harsh aspects to proceed towards this goal. Until next time, I wish everyone a divinely guided day. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.